Hey, you guys. Okay, so let me run and grab Facebook and then we'll go ahead and get started. And so I'm excited that you all are here to join me on tonight. I just put in the chat. Hopefully it pops up over in there. Oh, it looks like I went over the number of words you could put in there. But let me see if I can copy some of them out. I just got to go and grab Facebook. But tonight we're going to be talking about what is your plan B? And I'm going to tell you just kind of what brought about that question that I felt like the Holy Spirit has led me to talk about. So I just got to go over and grab Facebook. We're going to get started. But who am I? I'm Garlinda Price. I'm the broker and owner of Fusion Insurance Group. For those of you that have been on my channel for a while, thank you for being over here. I'm super excited for all the time that you comment or ask me questions. I'm not always as timely with answering your questions, so please forgive me. But tonight I am going to talk about like how you can partner with me in business as a licensed life insurance and health insurance broker. I'm also going to talk to you about, oh yeah, let me get rid of this. Okay. And then let me put my information here in the chat so that you know how to reach out to me to schedule an appointment or to book with me to talk about your career as a licensed life insurance professional. And then let me just grab Facebook. I'm gonna have to do it from my phone. And then, so anyway, I want to talk, what is she talking about? Okay, so I'm just cutting on Facebook from my phone and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. So get your pen and paper. I wanna share just some important details, some really awesome information about why you should consider life and health insurance sales as your plan B. But before I get started talking, I just got to go and grab Facebook. So give me 1 second. Okay, going live over there. Okay. Hey, Facebook. So I wanted to come to you all tonight. I know that I was on here last night talking about Life Insurance 101 and just educating all of you, the general public, about the different types of life insurance and things like that. But on my way home on tonight, and this is something that has been kind of on my mind and weighing heavy on my mind for quite a while, but I want to talk to those of you tonight that are looking for a plan B. Why? Because there are over 10,000 baby boomers a day aging into um, retirement status, and there are not enough life insurance brokers, life insurance agents, people in the financial services industry to help out this marketplace. So hopefully you can hear me well because I'm streaming over on YouTube from Zoom. So I'm hoping and praying that you can hear me. I'm not able to check it on the phone. And then I'm here with you on Facebook. So who am I? I'm Garlinda Price, and I'm the broker and owner of Fusion Insurance Group. I'm just going to tell you my quick resume. It'll be super sweet and short, but I got my life insurance license about 4 years ago. I got my health insurance license about 2 years ago. And what prompted me to do that is, okay, so many of you may know that I've also owned a real estate firm and been in real estate going on 16 years come January, right? And so I was sitting at home one day and I literally heard the Lord say, no, let me go back. Let me go back. I was talking to a good girlfriend of mine. Shout out to Joy Grant. We were good friends in college and we've remained great friends. We're like sisters all this time. And Joy said to me that she was getting her insurance license. We were on a phone call or a text or something. And I was like, girl, I would never get my life insurance license. Been there, done that. And literally 2 days later, the Holy Spirit said, Garlinda, I need you to go get your life insurance license. And I was like, what? Hypocrite, right? Because I had just said I would never get my insurance license again. But let me tell you why. It wasn't because I didn't want to have my insurance license. It was because my only two experiences with insurance was with a company in Virginia. When we were there, we were young. I was like in my 20s. And I was with that company, and all they were talking about was recruit, 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 buy term, invest a different type. And it didn't resonate with me. And so I judged the whole insurance industry from that experience. I'm not saying that wasn't a great company or is not a great company. I just didn't have a great experience. All that they wanted us to do was recruit our friends and family. And I learned very little about how to sell insurance. And so I was like, boo his, none of that. And then I had a short stint working at Wells Fargo when it was First Union. And so, as a professional, as a financial sales professional, I have my life insurance license and I have my Series 6 license. And so, working at the bank, they want you to put the clients in annuities, and they want you to tie them up with loans, the auto loans, second mortgages, which HELOCs and stuff like that. And I just didn't like it. I don't know. It didn't feel good to me. Because it was like, let's say a 70-year-old client would come into the bank, and now you got to tie up all their money because you got to sell a certain number of products and services. So that did not sit well with me because I'm big on integrity, right? And especially in business, I'm big on, I have a fiduciary duty, right? In real estate, we are fiduciaries. And as a broker, you're a fiduciary, right? So that was why I had said, boo his, I'll never sell insurance. 2 days later, the Lord was like, Garlinda, go get your life insurance license. And so I want you to tag your fellow real estate brokers, real estate agents. I want you to tag your fellow mortgage professionals. I want you to tag healthcare professionals. I want you to tag, who else do I have written down? I want you to tag cosmetologists. I want you to tag barbers. I want you to tag teachers. I want you to tag nurses. Why? Because I want to talk to you about those industries. That's what the Lord was dealing with me on the way home. And why I'm doing this video is many people need a plan B. And if that's you, I want to talk to you about why the insurance industry may be a good plan B for you, right? Insurance is life-changing. And I'll share that with you that when I came into insurance 4 years ago, I had no experience in selling life insurance at all. And my first year in insurance with my first company, which I did like that company, and I just moved on from there because I wanted more growth opportunity. But it was a great company. I got great training, right? But with that company, I was rookie of the year. I think that I had maybe 45, somewhere between 45, a team of 45 to 60 some agents, right? But I couldn't take any of those people with me because I had a non-compete for 18 months. So I couldn't bring them with me. But rookie of the year, 45 to 61 agents. Out of that, I think I had anywhere from 8 to 10 writing agents, which is good because at least 10% of those people were writing, a little over 10%. If you're in insurance, then you know the numbers. And then my first year, I think production wise, that wasn't even the first year. That was like the first 6 months. But production wise, as a team, I think we did like 145,000. And maybe within the first 6 months, I think I had netted about $38,000. I had netted income, take home income after my lead costs, after my marketing costs, after attending conferences and conventions and stuff like that. That was what I netted. And so I believe that life insurance can be life-changing for many people. Why? Because you could sell a policy today and serve a family, help a family, and you could make $500. You could make $1,000. You could make $100, right? So insurance has the potential to be a really life-changing opportunity part-time or a life-changing opportunity full-time. But there's some things that you want to, that about you that you want to be able to bring to the industry. You got to have integrity, right? Because you're dealing with people's health, you're dealing with personal private information. You got to have compassion because you're going to be dealing with older people depending on what your target market is. And so you have to be able to, they may ask you the same question 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 times. I had a client today that I was helping, that was an older lady, and she was so sweet. And she asked me the same question over and over. And she was like, I'm sorry. I was like, you don't have to apologize. Everyone needs someone to just sit and listen, right? You have to be willing to make friends, because if you don't have patience with people and you don't want to build a relationship with people, those are 3 things that you have to have. You got to be willing to serve. Then it might not be the industry for you, right? But if you have those things in spades, you love people, you're a great listener, you're detail oriented, you're focused, you want to help people. But in addition to wanting to help people, you want to serve your community. In addition to wanting to serve your community, you want to make sure that people's families are protected. And then the last thing should be, you want to make a good income. Put you last, put others first. You're going to do well. Insurance might be your plan B. So I want to share with you just a couple of facts that I was able to pull up before we got on here tonight. But again, tag your besties that are realtors, mortgage professionals, nurses, teachers, who else? Anybody, right, that you feel could make an extra and additional income. But I'm gonna put my little notes up here so I can look at it. So mortgages, let's talk about mortgage professionals and why, if you are a licensed loan officer or a licensed mortgage broker or a licensed mortgage professional, you do mortgages for a living. Maybe you own a mortgage company, right? Did you know that mortgages are down 21%, even though the rates are at their lowest that they've been in at least 18 months? Mortgages are down 21%. Now you may say, well, that doesn't sound like a lot. Tell that to the person who hasn't had a sale in quite a while, right? Mortgages are down 21%. That's big, right? Especially in an industry where initially during COVID, COVID, we were booming in real estate, even though you couldn't go in the house and you couldn't show the house and you couldn't necessarily walk in there with people and you had to unlock it. People had a thriving business in real estate wise, and they had a thriving business mortgage wise during COVID. Hey, cousin Angelia, I love you. I'm at the gym trying to do a little something. My reception might not be great because I'm in the country. So y'all forgive me if I don't have great reception. Just stay with me. I'm in the country. It'll come back. Okay, so mortgages are down 21%, even though the rates are at their lowest that they've been in the last 18 months, right? Let me see if I take myself off Wi-Fi, if it'll, oh, shoot. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone because it says it's trying to reconnect. I should have just left it alone. Shoot. Sorry, YouTube. I hit the wrong button. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, sorry, Facebook. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so mortgages are down 21%, even though the rates are at the lowest that they've been in the last 18 months. Who do you know that is a mortgage professional that's a licensed lender? Are you a mortgage professional or a licensed lender? And you're like, good Lord, I need another opportunity. Well, how mortgages and insurance kind of parallel is that mortgage professionals can be licensed in multiple states. Well, in insurance, you can be licensed in multiple states. So it may be an easy transition if you're looking for a plan B because you're already licensed in the state anyway. Now you can do additional business in those states as well as a licensed professional. Let me just write a note right quick so I don't forget to tell you. Y'all, I'm not touching any more buttons. I don't know what happened. I hit the wrong button. Okay. Did you know that home sales have dropped to their lowest level since 1995? 1995, when I looked at that number, I was like, what the crap? Now, I came into real estate in 2009, right? But it says home sales have dropped to their lowest level since 1995, and they are down 19%. There was an 18% drop from 2021 to 2022. So we have dropped another 1% just in the real estate industry. So if you are a fellow real estate agent, a fellow real estate broker, and you're like, I need a plan B, like I need to, because I've always said this in the past, like who is going to pay us the amount of money that you can make as a real estate professional legally, without you being awarded the state and wearing orange and having DOC on your back, Department of Corrections, right? So if that's you, if you're like, you know what, you're in real estate, you've been in real estate for a while, and you remember how good it was just last year, and then all of a sudden your business has almost come to a screeching halt. Guess why? Because home sales have dropped to their lowest since 1995. Right? I want you to tag your favorite mortgage professional and your realtor. We are trying to help people make sure that they don't have a recession in their home, right? Because if you're a mortgage professional or a realtor, sales are down. And so you need a plan B. And so in the last video before I got cut off, I shared with you that 4 years ago, the Holy Spirit told me, he said, Garlinda, go get your life insurance license. And the 2 days before, I had said, I would never sell life insurance. The devil is a lie. But I hurried up and got in that class when the Lord said, go get your license. And what he said to me specifically was, Garlinda, get your life insurance license because real estate is changing. I don't want you to get caught out there. That's what he said to me. I don't want you to get caught out there. Right. And so how can I speak to you about it being a great plan B for you? Because even though I don't boast and brag about my experiences, I want to share with you just to impress upon you. I came into insurance 4 years ago with no experience. My first year in insurance, I was blessed to be Rookie of the Year for the company I was with at the time. I had a fast growing team. I had anywhere from 45 to 60 agents. I couldn't bring them with me as I left because I signed a non-compete clause. We together as a team had done production of about 145,000. My net income just on my own sales within my first 4 to 6 months in insurance was about 38,000 net. So I'm talking to you from a perspective of I had no experience. I had sales experience, yes. I had relationship and building experience, yes. But I didn't understand how to buy leads. I didn't understand how to connect with leads. I didn't know insurance scripts, but I was coachable and trainable. And I was obedient to the Lord. Right. That's what it's really all about is what is the Lord telling you to do? We can create our own economy and we can scale our own economies. We don't have to be out here struggling for money. So the Holy Spirit laid it on my heart tonight to talk to several industries, but I'm going to name, hey, Paula, hey, God bless you. Hey, Pastor Carol, I love you. So mortgage professionals, realtors, healthcare professionals, teachers. It was one other group that I forgot that I don't think I wrote down, but anyone that you know that's in a service-driven business or in one of the fields that's been affected by by different industries, that's who I would hope that you would tag on tonight because mortgages are down 21%. That's what I was sharing. Home sales are down 19%, the lowest they've been since 1995. And there was an 18% drop from 2021 to 2022. So that means that lenders' money has been affected. Realtors' money has been affected. And then you had a big lawsuit with NAR, right, with the National Association of Realtors. And so now we can't advertise in our system, in our multiple listing service, whether or not the seller will pay a commission or not. We have to be behind the scenes texting each other, y'all paying over there or not. Right. It's so sketchy. I don't know. I don't personally like that at all. It's like selling, and I was going to say something. I'm not going to say that, right? It just seems really sketchy because now it's like begging and groveling amongst one another. We got to call and see, is the seller paying a commission? And if you say no, or if you say it's a lower amount, that agent might not show your property, even though it's a violation of ethics laws. So I'm talking to several industries on tonight. Plan B, insurance, like insurance sales, life and health insurance sales. Maybe your plan B. Do you love talking about numbers? Some people are great at math. They're great at numbers. They're great with money. You could do index universal life. You could do annuities. Maybe you're great at budgeting, right? I'm talking to stay-at-home moms. Stay-at-home moms are some of the smartest because they run households, they run budgets, they run industry at home, right? And so maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, but get these numbers, right? Because again, I'm talking to people that are looking for a plan B. I put my information in the chat over on YouTube. I don't know how to work the chat over here on Facebook while I'm on live. I normally can from my computer, but I don't know how to from my phone. It doesn't show me a chat feature. But my phone number is 910-494-7798. For those of you that say, you know what, I want more information on a plan B here in life and health insurance, you maybe want to consider it, right? So more than 60,000 agents have left the real estate industry. More than 60,000. That's a lot of people, right? Hey, Phyllis, God bless you. But get this, nearly half of loan officers have left the industry totally. Half. And so when I looked at the number, I forget what the number was. Let me see if it gives me a number up here. More than half of the producing mortgage lenders have left the business. I don't see the full number, but it's half of the industry is gone. That is craziness, right? Guess how many teachers have left teaching? 500,000, 100, no, yeah, 500,000 teachers, 500,000 teachers have left the Department of Education. And so when you think about a plan B, or a plan B becoming a plan A, and you're like, I got to get out of here, or I need to do something different, or I need some extra money, or I've got to figure out how to affect the economies of scale at my home, I want you to consider a career in life insurance and health insurance. You may have heard some horror stories, but I'm going to share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly, because I'm talking to we're building a team here in Fayetteville and across the country. You already know, and if you follow me or listen to me from time to time, we're licensed in multiple states, right? So there's not a state that you can mention that we can't get licensed in, with the exception of New York, and I think one other one. I always mix it up as just Idaho or Iowa, one of those, right? But we're not licensed and can't get licensed in New York. Most companies can't, right? It's too tough of a market for them to go into. But 500,000 teachers have left teaching, right? But what are they doing for money? What are they doing for income, right? But get this, 145,000 healthcare workers have left the healthcare industry. Where'd they go? Right? One of my really good clients, and now is a really great friend. We've known each other now for about 10 years. He was a traveling nurse, and now he owns a incredible e-health, like there's probably a more professional name than what I can think of, but it's like telehealth. But he owns a telehealth mental health facility. I mean, and he is doing phenomenal. He's on two coasts. He's on out in Oregon and he's in LA, right? But he's no longer doing bedside care. He's no longer doing like traditional nursing. 145,000 healthcare workers have left the industry. And so if you're thinking about life insurance and health insurance as a professional, I would encourage you, get started, do it part-time, get your license. It's not hard. Literally, it's not. Let me tell you about licensing, and then we'll talk about multiple states. I'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm gonna tell you about the money because I know y'all like show me the money, and then we'll go. Okay. So to get your license, you take the class online. It's 20 hours for your life insurance license, and it's 20 hours for your health insurance license. Why do you need both, or why should you consider both? Just Garlinda's personal opinion is that there are going to be some people on the life insurance side that do not qualify for life insurance. Their health is too bad, and or things that have happened in their health in the past make it where they don't qualify for life insurance. Or maybe they have a background, right? Felonious background. Or maybe they have some other type of something, they have a bad driving record. Did you know a poor driving record can affect your ability to get insurance? You can get declined if you have a bad driving record. So it's important to keep those things where they need to be, right? So let's say that that person isn't insurable health wise, I'm sorry, life insurance wise, you can get them a health policy. You can get them an accident only policy. You can get them a heart attack, cancer, or stroke policy. Those are policies that you can only sell with a health license, right? So when I didn't have my health license, I was always having to refer the business to a fellow insurance agent. And even though they would give me a percentage of the business, that means I didn't get the renewals, I didn't get the residuals. I'm like, that's some crap, right? So get your license. I have access to, like, I went through License Coach, and I have a discount code where you can take the License Coach class for just $29, right? You can't beat that. So that's per class. So $29 for life, $29 for health. If you say, well, Garlinda, I really don't have time to study for both, hands down, get your life license. You're going to make a larger income than in your health license. Okay. And then multiple states. Let's say that you have family and friends, like your pocket of people are in North Carolina, but you're in Virginia, or your pocket of people are in Texas and you're in South Carolina. Your pocket of people, excuse me, are in Georgia, but you're in Nevada. You can just literally log on after you get your license. You can log on to something called nipr.com. You go pick the state you want to get licensed in. You pay for the license, and next thing you know, probably within 24 hours, sometimes it's within a few hours, you're licensed in that state, unless they require you to do fingerprinting. Like for Florida, I had to drive to South Carolina to get fingerprinted through Identigo to get licensed in Florida, right? But it's that easy. So you could literally be on vacation making money in life insurance. You could literally be in a whole nother state on different time zones. Like it's 8:65, it's 5:28 on the West Coast. You could, if you don't get off until 5 o'clock, you could start working right now at 9 o'clock, and it's still, our business hours out on the West Coast, right? So you can work in multiple states. We're talking about having a plan B if you're someone or in an industry where you're like, what happened? Like, where did all the sales go? Where did all the people go? Where are the clients? Right. And then the next thing, let's talk about the money that you can make in life. No, let's talk about who the client is. Okay. Everybody, 65% of Americans do not have insurance. There are more people that need insurance than there are people that sell insurance. So there's a need, right? And so when you think about, okay, do I want to go into an industry where there's a demand for my service? There's a demand for your service, for your help. Bless you, Bo. Why is the dog sneezing? That's so weird to me. Bless you. You all right? Caleb, check on Bo. I'm sorry. So there are people that need you, right? 65% of Americans do not have insurance or don't have enough insurance or don't have exactly what they need. And more than that, probably don't have that are independent contractors that aren't documented. Maybe I don't mean undocumented aliens. I mean that we don't know about, don't have health insurance, right? So there's a need for your service. And then who else? Now, somebody said this is a derogatory term. I didn't know that it was, so I don't want to use it. But let's say baby boomers. That's not the derogatory term. There was another name, right? But baby boomers, who are these incredible Americans that have retired, they own the majority of the real estate in the country, right? That many of them own multiple homes. They are outliving their retirement. They're living longer, so they're outliving their retirement, they're outliving their insurance. They have a need for us, right? Their money is not performing the same way if it's sitting in a CD or if it's in a 401k. So maybe you're someone that wants to learn how to do index universal life or annuities or fixed annuities, or maybe you want to do like stock market, series 6, series 63. Maybe that's you love numbers, right? There's a need for you because there are not enough educated licensed professionals in the business. And maybe you say, well, you know what, I'm smart enough that I could learn those things, because guess what, the carriers teach you all the products. The carriers are going to help you be successful. Why? Because if you're successful, they're successful. The carriers being the companies that you write products for. Okay. But let's tell you why it's a recession proof business. It's a recession proof business because just like funeral homes and hair salons, people are always going to need it. There's somebody being born every day, and there's people that have died today that didn't die before, right? There's always someone that's going home to be with the Lord. There will always be a need, right? And I don't say that sarcastically. That's what they say when they teach you in insurance. Like, there's people dying every day. There's someone being born every day. There's someone getting their hair done every day. There's someone getting their nails done every day. There's someone needing insurance every single day, right? And you can insure people from 0 to 85. Right? So that means that you can insure little children, or you can insure older adults, or everywhere in between, and you can pick your niche and your specialty, but there's training, right? So let's talk about the money in insurance, and why it is a recession-proof industry is because it's what America is built on. Most banks invest their money, like at midnight tonight, our money is getting ready to be invested in the insurance, right? So every bank that is wealthy and every bank that you see being sustained has their money in insurance. That's where the wealth is, right? Insurance and real estate are wealth builders in the United States. But insurance is that one thing that doesn't change, right? Real estate is not recession proof. People may tell you that. I don't believe it. Real estate is not recession proof, because if the market goes down, buyers go down. And there is an opportunity in every market, but I'm just telling you from my 16 years of experience that real estate is not a recession proof industry. Insurance is, because someone is always going to need it regardless. Now, they may not buy as much, but they're going to need it, right? So here's how the money works in insurance. Whenever someone gets a policy, right? You sell a policy let's say I sell Paula a policy, right? Paula is going to pay her monthly premium, and I can get paid one of two ways, whichever I pick, or however the company is set up that you go to work for. I can get paid as earned, meaning every time Paula pays her bill, I get paid through a draft into my account, right? Every time Paula makes a payment. That's called as earned in insurance. And so as an agent. But let's say I wanted advances and I chose advances. That's why a lot of people come into the insurance industry, because they can get paid in advance. Well, what is that? That means that the insurance carrier Paula's going to pay her one premium to start her policy, which is her initial payment. Let's say it's $65. I had to get a calculator because y'all, I can't add. I have a degree in marketing, right? Hopefully this calculator won't make me look bad, right? But let's say that Paula's premium is $65 a month and the insurance carrier pays me in advance. So we're going to take $65 a month times 12 months. That is $780, okay? So the insurance carrier says, Garlinda, we're going to pay you 9 months or 75% of that up front. So we're going to take that $780 times 75%. That's $585, okay? Now, depending on what contract I'm on, because the carrier will pay, the carrier pays everyone different contracts. It's whatever you negotiate when you come on board with the company, okay? But let's say that you're on a 90% contract with that carrier that you wrote the business from. So they're going to take that $585 times 80%. They're going to pay you $468. Now, Paula only paid $65, but the insurance carrier says, Garlinda, thank you for bringing Paula to us as a client. As a thank you, we're going to advance you 9 months of money up front. So we're going to pay you $468 up front. And then we're going to pay you at the end of the 9 months, months 10, month 11, and month 12, they still owe you. They're going to pay you that then. Okay. But then let's say that Paula keeps her policy. So every year Paula's policy renews, you're going to get paid renewals every year, anywhere from 2% to 10%. So that's why a lot of people come into the insurance industry, or why you should consider it as a plan B, because as long as your client keeps their policy, you continue getting paid anywhere from 2% to 4% between year 1 to year 10, depending on the contract with the carrier and how it's set up. Okay. The other thing that I would encourage you, if you're thinking about coming into the insurance industry and why you should come in, is because, you should pick a niche, right? Because with term life products, I'm going to get paid advanced on that policy I sold Paula one time. So that means that once I get that $468 and the carriers give me month 10, 11, and 12, if I sold a term product, that's it. There's no renewals or residuals. But every time I sell a whole life product or a final expense product, because that goes to age 120, is constantly renewing, right? We get paid renewals on, so every year, as long as the client has that policy, you keep getting paid renewals and residuals over and over and over again, okay? So if you're thinking about a plan B, think about the fact that that's just one example. So let's say that it would, in addition to Paula, that month, let's use, I can't think of the word, conservative numbers, right? So let's say you sold 10 policies that month, right? There were 10 Paulas that month that you helped protect their family, right? So that means that if the average policy, and that is about the average, is anywhere from $65 to $80, if the average policy was $65 and you're on an 80% contract, you made $468 times 10 clients, okay? Is he okay? Well, I'm sorry, Caleb. Okay, so 468 times 10 people is $4,680. So if you help just 10 people get protected at a minimum of $65, you made $4,680 that month. If you multiply that by a year, if you just help 10 people a year, you made $56,160. Not that's gross. We didn't factor out like if you had to buy leads, or if you bought postcards, or if you had a CRM where you had to pay. Like, we're not factoring in expenses, but let's just say we take out taxes and expenses, because I want it to be a real number. Okay. So let's say we took 56,160, and let's just say 35% to lump it all in there. You would have netted $36,504 from helping 10 people, 10 Paulas every month for a year, right? So each month you have 10 clients, that you help at on an average of $65 policy each person, you're going to net $36,504. So maybe you're looking at that like you can't do that on a part-time job, not without killing yourself, right? Or maybe that would easily make up for any slow periods that you've had in your income, or if on your job you asked for a raise and they were like kick rocks, right? You can make your own economy of scale. Okay. And there's plenty of people that are out here making $3,000 to $5,000 a week. 3 to 5. Some people make $3,000 to $5,000 a day, but you got to have a servant's mindset. Okay. So I think I'm going to end it there. I don't think I was trying. Oh, like I didn't mention, in life insurance, you can earn vacations, right? Every carrier has a bonus plan. So this doesn't even include any bonuses. Every carrier has vacations. They have incentives. Like right now with one of our carriers that we write with, every day they're giving away cash to the top producer. I think it might be up to $10,000 by now, right? So there's so many different ways you can earn income here in the insurance industry. But when you come in, you want to think after you get your license, you don't need to think about it now, but you want a niche, right? You want to say, find a niche, right? Am I going to focus on mortgage protection, which I don't recommend? Am I going to focus on whole life, final expense, term life, annuities, IUL, a combination of all? Or am I just going to stick with, whatever one is? Am I going to focus on one industry? Like, do I just want to help teachers? Do I just want to help truck drivers? Do I just want to help realtors? But we help you figure all that out. And there's training. You don't come over here and all of a sudden we throw you out there to the wolves and like, good luck and God bless and may heaven smile upon you, right? There's training. And so, because it is sometimes like drinking from a fire hydrant. You okay? When you're new. Okay. So anyway, I feel like I've talked long enough. It's 8:40. I think we've been here 30 minutes together. But again, I'm Garlinda Price. I'm the broker and owner of Fusion Insurance Group. I can't even name all the states that I'm licensed in, but I'm probably licensed in your state. If not, I'll get licensed in your state, right? And so anything that I can help you do or questions that I can answer for you, if you're pondering the thought of a plan B, do it. Go for it. Call me. We're building a team and we'd be excited to serve you and help you. My number is 910-494-7798. And cheap plug, if you don't have insurance or the proper insurance or enough insurance, or you only have your work policy, I'd be honored to serve you as well to help you get something in place that you own, because you don't own your work policy. That's a group plan, right? And then if you stop being a part of the group, you lose your plan. Okay. Or if you say, you know what, I've waited quite a long time and I'm not prepared for retirement and I need some help with that, let us help you put together a retirement plan that fits your budget. If you have aging parents, like my parents are 84, right? Love them so much. They're so cute, right? But maybe maybe they don't have a policy anymore, or maybe they aged out of their policy. We can help you up to age 85. Okay. So God bless you guys. Again, I'm Garlinda Price with Fusion Insurance Group, 910-494-7798. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye. YouTube, God bless you. Thank you for joining us on tonight. If you have any questions, please let me know. I was going to look and see if I had a chat, but let me see if I can check the chat right quick. No, it won't let me. So if you have any questions, just put them in there and then I'm going to go back and check right after we get off of here. So God bless you guys.